Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Juneteenth. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good morning. Well, good afternoon now, okay? Thank y'all for letting me sleep in, okay? Thank y'all for letting me sleep in because I needed it. Do I look refreshed? Oh, okay. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for joining this morning. I appreciate it. I see a lot of people are live, so I know everybody's kind of sprinkled about supporting, and that's all good. Okay. So those of you that decided to come on over and click my button today, thank y'all. Shout out to Terrence for that. Click my button. So yes, honey. We have some topics that we got to get through. No filter fine say, hey, let's speak to everybody. Let's speak to everybody as we always do, so that we can get on into this show, honey, because we got some stuff to talk about. We got some tea to spill. Ooh, my phone was blowing up this morning. I said, thank you, Lord, for this good tea that you poured upon me, so I can share it with the good peoples out there in YouTube land. So let's get into it, honey. Shirley Terry, Erica Butler, Sweet Essence is in the building. Big Steak is here. Erica Rogers, Sylvia's here. Rose Armstead is here. Denise Slay is here. No Filter Foreign, you better let them know. Cheryl is here. Hey, Deborah Banks. Hey. Gail West, Patricia Ransom. Hey. Ronnie is in the building. Thanks for being here, Shonda Allen. I see you. Everybody coming in. Good afternoon. All right. Yvonne Wilson, I see. Said, hello, Caramel. Said, if it ain't, hold on. If it ain't the white woman, it's the white man. Oh, okay. Hey, Nicole. She came in reading, honey. I know that's right. You better let them know. Let them know, child. Let them know. Let's get into it because everybody is still dropping in. Hello and hello to everybody. Thank you, Mods, for stopping by. Okay, I see you, Rose, in the building. Do we have any more Mods besides Rose? I know Rose got it, honey. Rose, slam them on the pavement today, drag them by their ankles, and DDT their ass if they act the fool, okay, today, only because it's Juneteenth, because we ain't playing today. We're not playing today. Black people, honey, we looking for our reparations and all that today. Shit, cut my check. Let's get into it. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's get into our show. Let's get into it, honey. Share. Can everybody see me fine? Hey, Angela, I see you. Good morning. Well, afternoon. I don't know why I want to keep saying good morning, because I know we do Car Chronicles in the morning, so I'm kind of thrown off a bit since we started late. Yes, honey, DDT they asked this morning. They at the fool. Yes, you got my permission. DDT them, poke them in the eye. Okay, yes, honey. Scratch them across the leg. All that, Rose. Do all that this morning. All that. Spray them with some mace. I don't give a damn. Do all that, honey. Whatever you need to do. Let's get it. Bite them on the elbow, okay, if they can act in a fool. Yes, okay. Now starting November the 1st, Maryland drivers, if you live in the Maryland area, this goes to you. If you live in the Maryland area, starting October 1st, Maryland drivers going over 30 miles per hour, the speed limit, could face 2 months in jail, according to a new law that's signed by Governor Westmore. Westmore, what the hell you going through? Okay. You ain't been late to work, going to work, and you on your final warning. That's for the one. You on your final warning. You like F that. You flying down the highway because your ass don't want to be fired. Okay, you do not want to be fired. A lot of y'all been late. Y'all wake up late, trying to sleep to the last minute, trying to get that last 5 minutes, and your ass just be late. Jump up flying. Or some of y'all just drive fast like me. Anywhere you go, you ain't even got to be late. I just want to get where I gotta go. Okay, I'm like this long. Okay. All right, but let's get into it, honey. So y'all know if you live in the Maryland area, let's go and give y'all a heads up so don't nobody be out here child locked up, because we don't nobody locked up, honey, over no damn ticket or speed. Because girl, it's about to be a hot girl summer out here, so you want to be locked up, honey. You need to be out with your cheeks out, with your stomach out if you've been working out, okay? Be on the beach somewhere with a drink in your hand. You can't do that in jail. So let's go and get y'all up on what's going on. All right. So starting November the 1st of 2025, Maryland drivers caught going 35 miles per hour more over the speed limit, could face up to 60 days in jail. That's extreme, ain't it? And you're gonna get a $1,000 fine and 6 points on your license. So they're really trying to cut down on speeding, okay? They're trying to cut down on the speeding. Now, signed into law by Governor Westmore, the Sergeant Patrick Kemp Act, okay, reclassifies excessive speeding as reckless driving, a misdemeanor offense that now comes with mandatory court appearances and tougher penalties. My Lord, that's a lot. I'm gonna slow my ass down for they bring that down here. All right, so also beginning in November, speed camera fines will increase based on how far over the limit you are driving. Now, from 30 to 39 miles per hour over is a $230 ticket. 40 plus miles per hour over is a $425 ticket. Now, I know y'all ain't got no money like that to be wasting and giving to the people out here over no damn tickets. So let's watch your speed, all right? You might want to get a radar detector in your car so you can see them holes when they get there, all right? If you guys have more updated cars now, they will tell you where there are those little speed checks, okay? Because my car does. It says speed something, speed camera ahead or speed what. It'll let you know, it'll alert you if there's some type of speeding device or if they're checking speed or police officer, something like that ahead, so it can give your ass a heads up to slow your ass down, okay? So praise God for that feature. So the law is named after St. Patrick Kemp, who lost his leg during a high-speed police response and aims to crack down on dangerous driving across the state. So bottom line, speeding 30 miles per hour over the limit in Maryland could land you in jail and court. What y'all think about that? Any Maryland people in my chat? Put a one if you live in a Maryland area. That law is for you. So be careful, honey. That's starting October. All right, starting October. They ain't playing, honey. I hope they don't bring that shit down here. All right, so let's get on to the next topic, Lord. I see one, Nicole. Be careful, Nicole. Slow it down out there, Nicole. All right. Not to call nobody out. All right, I see Miss Joyce Jefferson. I see you. Slow it down, ma'am. All right. So do you have a Miss Nanny Maroons is asking, do you have an update on Tyler Perry? We don't have an update as of yet. Y'all know I stay on top of the updates. I have not seen it. I've been combing the YouTube streets, all the streets shout this morning to see what updates. We do not have it yet, but they may have something later on today as the day progresses into later in the afternoon or so. We may. So Nanny Maroons, keep your updates on. So if and when I go on, you know I'm gonna talk about it if it's out there, because I try to keep y'all up as soon as that shit hit the internet. I'm on it. All right, so trying to read. Hold on. Okay. So hey to everybody else coming in. Let's get on to the next topic. Okay. Let's get on to it. All right, so CPS is getting called out. CPS is getting called out, and they're saying CPS cannot be trusted. When I saw this, I said, oh, we got to talk about it, because we have a lot of kids in the system that's taken away from their families per CPS because maybe the mother is not a fit mother, or the father who may have custody, or a family member. Children sometimes wind up in homes that are not so safe. So that is when CPS, which is Child Protective Services, step in to remove said child and put them in a foster care environment, which is sometimes not better than the environment that they moved them from. And we know that. We've seen several cases with that, okay? But now let's get into this. It says that a 14-year-old foster child was reportedly told by CPS to sell her body. No, Lord. It says that when the truth came out that the system didn't fix it and went after the family who spoke up about it. See, when they be hiding little stuff like this, CPS always been a little questionable, because I've been hearing stories. I have some family members who do foster parenting for kids, and listen, some of the stuff that you hear is egregious. Now it says that lies, retaliation, and cover-ups, all hiding behind the label of child protection. It said to know your rights, go private, protect your family before the system can claim them, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this topic. Y'all got to hear this, child.
An employee with Child Protective Services is caught on camera telling a 14-year-old girl in foster care to become a prostitute.
Yeah, Jonathan. Now, earlier this year, a federal judge scorned Child Protective Services for making kids available for prostitution in the CPS system. Now we have a case where an employee with that state agency is actually encouraging prostitution of
an employee with Child Protective Services is caught on camera telling a 14-year-old girl in foster care to become a prostitute.
Yeah, Jonathan. Now, earlier this year, a federal judge scorned Child Protective Services for making kids available for prostitution in the CPS system. Now we have a case where an employee with that state agency is actually encouraging prostitution of
an employee with Child Protective Services.
Now, we know a lot of this stuff going on. I saw another topic today. I was kind of iffy about sharing it, because sometimes you dig too deep into that, YouTube may flag it. But I'll just kind of do a little commentary on it. Pretty much what it was saying was that children are being born into trafficking and rituals and things like that. A lot of them are born and they don't even do birth certificates for these kids because it's understood that they will be sold into either trafficking or some type of ritualistic stuff where they're going from person to person to person being used. It's a real thing. I actually looked it up. I was like, really? Yes, these things actually happen. So to hear that CPS may be involved because they do have lots of access to children. We have a lot of victims, children that are victims out there, victimized and used for very nasty, egregious, unheard of things. And it sounds as though Child Protective Services may be a part of some of these things. Okay, these children are taken from one situation and put in worse situations. They may be in a household where a family member may be doing some sexual things to them that they should not be doing, and removed from that into another situation to where they go somewhere and the same shit happens. And then you wonder why a lot of them are so angry. They're carrying something that we don't know they're carrying. Okay, when a person is violated and they can't speak about it or know how to vocalize it, sometimes it can invoke anger, and they carry that, and anger then becomes something else worse, to where they're lashing out, and then they start to do things to where the law sometimes have to get involved. So definitely check in on your children. Teach your children if they're very small that no secrets. You don't keep secrets. If somebody tell you this is between me and you, keep it a secret. That's when you tell. Okay, those of you parents that have smaller children, teach your children no secrets. If an adult comes to you and say to you, this is between me and you, don't tell anybody. Don't tell your mom and dad this is just between me and you. It's our secret. That is when the child should tell, because 9 times out of 10 is something going on with that secret, air quotations, that's not on the up and up. Okay, so we want to protect our kids, definitely, even from the system now, it looks like. Okay, that's some sick shit. Okay, that's some sick stuff. I told y'all I worked for years before I got into the profession I'm in now, which I won't say. But I worked as a rehabilitative technician, and I think I told you guys this before, where I worked very closely with kids. I used to go into the home, and I see some of the conditions that I saw some of these kids living in. You'd be surprised the amount of children that they sent to school where their parents cannot read and or are educated enough to help them with homework. The living conditions where the houses are nasty, roach infested. A lot of kids don't have food. They don't have the support system, even though the parents are there. They still don't have that support system. Okay, some of these people just having kids to be on the system, and which is why Trump is now trying to cut a lot of these benefits and things like that, because you have a lot of people just sitting on the system, sitting on their ass. They can work, they won't work, and it's fucking it up for everybody who actually need it. But in this situation, let's pray for the kids, honey. Pray for the kids, because honey, Whitney Houston said the children are our future. Let's go ahead and spin the block on a topic that I talked about a day and a half ago. Celebrity chef Anne Burrell. We have an update on her. Let's get into that. That's why I be so passionate about kids, because I work with kids for years and I love kids. Okay, and I saw a lot of stuff which didn't help me to be a great mom to my son. He's spoiled as hell though, but hey, he's still a great kid. He does well in school. He's very athletic, and he's very respectful, and that's how he and his father raised him. So praise God for that. Okay. Praise the Lord for that. He's taller than me at 9 years old, y'all. My son is taller than me. I look up to him, talk to him now at 9. So I already know by the time he turns 16, 18, 21, he's going to be way up there. But he still has the same respect for me as if he was down here. And that's how we're raising him. All right. So raise your kids right, honey. So no matter how tall they get, how big they get, honey, they still have that reverence for you, and not the fear. Let me speak about this, because a lot of people say, oh my God, you don't want your kids like this. No, the fear, like kind of how you would fear God, meaning that there's certain things that you would not do because you don't want to disappoint and or violate that trust and or find yourself being reprimanded by said person for something that you might do. So that's how we teach out to fear us, and not fear like, oh my God, but the fear of not doing something because of the repercussions and the reprimand that may come behind it. Okay, so that's just something for you. Says the baby real looks good. Hold on. Says baby real. Oh yeah, I did have a picture, but I took all my pictures down. I was just like, I can't, because people are so crazy on the internet. My baby looks just like me. He got my husband's eyes with those slanted eyes. My husband got those slanted, sexy eyes, but my son got light brown eyes, but they're slanted, and he looks just like me. Like he got my face, but he looks just like me, but got his dad's eyes. Okay, and all this damn hair. You don't want to cut it, so I'm just like, hey, don't cut it. It's your hair, whatever. As long as it's neat, I don't care. But let's get into this. Okay, Anne Burrell. All right, so she was found, as it says here, you guys, found on her shower floor by her husband. Y'all know she passed away. Okay, she passed away like a day or so ago now. And people were like, what happened to her? Did she have a heart attack? Like, did her husband or somebody do? Like, what happened to her? So they did not say yet as if she had a heart attack. I'm thinking that might have been what it was. We don't know what health issues or whatever she may have had. I do know that she used to be a larger person. I think she may have had like gastric bypass or something years ago. She used to be, I saw some pictures, older pictures where she was kind of chunky or heavy. Let's say it that way. So Ann Burrell, they said she was found on her shower floor by her husband hours after he last saw her alive. Let's go ahead and read into this. Shout out to TMZ. Y'all remember her from the Food Network? Love her because I love watching the Food Channel. That's how I be learning to cook a whole lot of stuff that I know how to cook now from watching the Food Channel. I love it. Okay. I watched, what's the other show I like? The Best Thing I Ever Ate. That's one of my favorite shows too. I'd be like, oh my God. Okay. Love it. Let's get into it. All right, so Ann Burrell's husband was the person who found her unresponsive and lying on the floor of their shower, according to TMZ, okay? Now, it goes on to say that law enforcement sources tell TMZ that Burrell's husband, Stuart Claxton, found her unconscious in the bathroom early Tuesday morning, okay? That's her husband. All right. Now, they said that we're told that Claxton last saw her alive around 1 a.m. the night before, then found her between 6 and 7 hours later in the shower. Now, he called 911, and it says that our sources say the 911 operators advised him to perform CPR, but her body was cold. So she must have passed away a long time ago. Your body to be cold like that. It says, and it's unclear if he actually did CPR or not. Now, you guys know anytime that a spouse is found unalive, the first suspect they look at is the spouse. If they have a boy, like, you know, or significant other, spouse or significant other is always looked at as, you know, a potential suspect in said situation. Okay, just FYI, watching the crime shows and all. But that is her. This is so sad. I was so shocked when I woke up the other day and saw this. I'm like, you gotta be lying. 2025 is just, oh my God. People who you thought that would not be gone is gone in 2025. This is so sad. Oh my God. So while a medical examiner has not yet determined her official cause of death, a representative for the NYC Fire Department said the incident was reported to them as cardiac arrest. Okay. Whew, take care of yourself, y'all. Take care of yourself. Work out, eat right, all of that. Okay. Cardio. Get out, walk, honey. All right. Get out and walk. Take care of yourself. Drink water. Cut back. If you're doing drugs, stop. You take care of your body and your body will take care of you. Okay. This is so sad. I hate this. As they said, as we told you, EMS personnel went to Burrell's Brooklyn home Tuesday morning and attempted CPR, but they weren't able to revive her. So she passed away in her shower. All right. So Burrell hosted numerous cooking shows over the years, says it including Worst Cooks in America and Secrets of a Restaurant Chef, after graduating from the Culinary Institute of America in 1996. Damn. Numerous Food Network stars paid tributes to her after her untimely passing. Burrell is survived by her stepson, her brother, her sister, her mother, and her husband. She was 55 years old. Rest in peace. All right. Yeah, that's sad. I hate that. So that's the update on Ann Burrell. All right, let's move on. All right, so let's go ahead, honey. After that sad news, we got to get some laughing going. All right, and none other than the young T, honey, Tia Kemp. Let's go and get her up here because y'all know I love her, honey. Anything she say funny, I love it. Let's go ahead and get her up here, honey. She's talking about that kitty cat girl. I was like, what? She said she don't have no cat, honey. She got a shark. I said, wait a minute now. Let's get into it.
I know that cat good. What cat?
Yeah.
I don't own a cat. I don't own no cat. This a big shark over here, baby. This ain't no cat. This don't go meow. This go yeah. This good. This do this. This thing how you swimming, nigga. They go, cat, you out your rabbit behind mine. I am a mammal. Don't ever. See, that's y'all problem. Y'all think that y'all could categorize me with others. Don't even put that cat paws up there. They think they could categorize me with everybody else. I'm not them, man. I am not like the average. Don't you ever tell me I got a cat on me. I got a great white shark, baby. Yes, it's great white. I know that cat good. What cat? I don't
Yes,
own a
lady.
cat.
I got the great white out there. Child, she is crazy. I don't put nothing past Tia Kemp. She says some of the craziest stuff, but she is funny as hell. I like her. So anytime I'm child a little aggravated, I can cut on me a little Tia Kemp video, and I'm all right because she is funny as hell. And will read you down with a straight face, okay? Baby, she will read you down, okay? So we have another news thing to go over with Iran. You know, Iran child is cutting up over there. And they sent a little message, honey, saying that some folk better watch out. So we're gonna let Shamar go ahead and give us the news update on Iran and what they got going on. Okay, this might be another good laugh for you. All right, here we go.
Watch your mouth, Iran. Watch your mouth. My own America gonna feel it. Don't be going on those tweets talking about some America gonna feel it. Cause what are you talking about? Like, who are you talking about? And you talking about you talking about dark skinned people, or you talking about the light skinned Mexicans? Cause at the end of the day, y'all sit them over here. We didn't sit them over there. Y'all sit them over here. So watch your mouth. Y'all ain't on that.
Bro.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stay here. I mean my pork chop. Because Iran ain't on nothing. They just want to they want us to get involved because they need our help. Let's get it. Watch your mouth, Iran. Watch your mouth.
Shamar, shut up, Shamar. Probably had a roach on that damn pork chop before he picked it up. But anyway, so Shamar sends a message to Iran child like he is doing the news. You would think that he really know what he's talking about. He talk like he know what he's talking about, but don't know a damn thing. A mess. All right. So thank you, Shamar, for that update on Iran. Okay. The light-skinned Mexican people, as he called them, and the dark-skinned people, child. All right, moving on. All right, so we talked about one of my favorite indie artists the other day, none other than Miss India Arie. I forget her name. India Arie. Okay, so India Arie and her mother break their silence, you guys, detailing the physical and sexual abuse tied to her father. And this came out on Father's Day on this past Sunday. She says, "I spent my entire adult life working through my issues with my mother." Okay. Yeah, so she was molested by her father, and she's now speaking out about it. And a lot of people say, why is she speaking out about it now? You can't listen. There's no expiration date on healing. There's no expiration date on when you can speak on something that was very traumatic to you. That's how you get over it. That's how you get past it. That's how you get through it, is to talk about it. And sharing her story will help someone else to speak about something that they may have experienced as well. You never know. Your story, telling your story can help somebody else. I know sometimes it can be embarrassing, but once you get the strength enough to do it, share it, okay? Because you never know, honey. Be the spokesperson for someone else. So let's get into it. All right, so it says it. Let's take a moment to send love to singer India Arie. While everyone was busy celebrating Father's Day earlier this week, India found the courage to speak out against the abuse that she faced from her father. Now, alongside her mother, Joyce Simpson, the Grammy-winning artist, opened up about a painful family secret that involved her father, former professional basketball player Ralph Simpson. Now, in a candid Instagram post, India reflected on her years of healing from the complex relationship with her father. Now, alongside her message, Joyce, which is her mother, also released a voice recording revealing that Ralph was physically and sexually abusive towards her and even alleged that he molested India. It says that I've kept this secret for over 45 years, according to Joyce, which is her mother, after admitting to staying silent to protect his image. All right, because y'all know he's pro ball player. Says that to make matters worse, Joyce even linked the trauma that Indian had endured to her health struggles, including missed tour dates for medical care. Says additionally, despite the turmoil in her life, that India put her pain into her music, with her mother revealing that India's popular Get It Together song was inspired by her family's personal issues. Didn't I tell y'all a lot of these comedians and artists, singers, or whatever, a lot of their greatest work come from pain and or abuse that they've gone through, okay? Heartbreak, I keep telling y'all, be some of the best albums. Look at Mary J. Blige, honey. No More Drama. Some of her best work came from when she was strung out on drugs and was going through ABUs. Some of her darkest times made some of the greatest music, all right? And India Arie obviously was going through some dark times as well, which sometimes you don't even know, but when you look at these situations, hey, it's great music. So we get to enjoy the great side of it while they're fighting behind the scenes, if you will. Y'all get what I'm saying? While she's struggling and going through the pain of writing and expressing what she went through in her music, for her people and her fans to be able to hear it and enjoy it, is probably traumatic behind the scenes to her, as she's probably crying as she's pouring out her heart into her craft, which is her music. Let's get into this audio, because baby.
A secret has a stench that can rot a family from the inside out and destroy future generations. The family curse stops here on this Father's Day, June 15th, 2025. I've kept this secret for over 45 years. My India Arie is a survivor. I want to be clear, we're not talking about Ralph Sampson from the Houston Rockets. Ralph Simpson, the former ABA, NBA basketball player with the Denver Nuggets, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Detroit Pistons. Your daughter, India Arie. Yeah, that Ralph Simpson. I've kept this secret for over 45 years. You, Ralph Simpson, you said husbands can't rape their wives. You raped me. I stayed there for you, Ralph Simpson. A secret has a stench that can rot. Stop trying to reach out to her for money or forgiveness. India said she wrote about the abuse in a song called Get It Together. A part of the first verse of the song says, one shot to your heart without breaking your skin.
Come on, mama.
No one has the power to hurt you like you can. I kept it inside. I didn't tell no one else. I didn't even want to admit it to myself.
Oh, Mama.
I watched India for years on the national and international stages, before and after her concerts. I watched her cancel some of her tour dates because she needed to receive medical care. She just struggled. She struggled. She carried that weight around. Stop trying to reach out to her. Ever. One more thing. I will never forgive you for stealing your son's money. Your son, Jawan Simpson, worked all summer after college, bussing tables, cutting grass, anything he could do to make money to purchase his car that summer. He sent the money to you to save for him. You gambled all of his money away.
Wow.
Jawan did get his car that summer. This is the same son that bought you a car that you then sold and gambled the money away. He still pays your rent to this day so you could have a roof over your head.
Wow.
My son, Jawan, is a father, an awesome dad, awesome man. My India Arie is a survivor. Ralph Simpson, ever. One more thing. I will never.
All right, so you hear the mother. This is India Arie's mother speaking out. Okay, mama can sing too, can't she? I was like, come on, mama. So it said that the family curse ends now. India Arie's mother, Joyce Simpson, reveals that India's father, ex-NBA pro Ralph Simpson, essayed them both decades ago. Okay, she says that's her story. A lot of people do think that because you married, that a spouse cannot essay you. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. If you say no, you have a right to say no. It's your body. So if that person wants to be intimate with you and you say no, I don't feel like it right now, and they take it. Yeah, that's the R word right there. So it says if you have a good relationship with your father, count it as a blessing. Okay, it says a lot of us do not. All right. She says, I'm not posting this message today to tell you that I'm struggling, because I'm not. She said, I've spent my entire adult life working through my issues with my father. I've come a long way. Okay, shout out to her, man. Says my mother, though, says it is now coming to terms with her feelings, and we're supporting each other and telling a deeply personal shared story, a family story. Okay, so it's great that they're pulling strength from one another and help building one another up to speak out and to share their story. With India speaking about her experience, it's also giving the mother the strength to talk about her experiences as well. So shout out to her for that. All right, let's move on. And for anybody in my chats that anyone in my chat that's dealing with that or that has dealt with that, whenever you feel, you know, that you are strong enough to tell your story, tell your story. You'll be surprised how much a burden is lifted when you start vocalizing some of the pain and issues, because it starts to pack down. And with everything you go through in your life, something else packs down on top of it. And even though you've forgotten about it, it's still there. It's kind of like, you know, like old clothes. You keep folding up and then putting something else on top of it. And before you know it, it's just like this. Okay. And the more you talk, it then starts to unravel and unpack a lot of the things that you've been sitting on. And you didn't even know why you were stressed out. Stress can also affect your health. Okay. Stress can take you out of here. Okay, stress can trigger things like, you know, your blood pressure being up. You got to watch that. So let's try to free ourselves. That's why I say, Black people, it's nothing wrong with going to therapy. Go to therapy, talk out those things. If you don't have a trusted family member or friend that you can sit with and say, hey, I went through this. This is bothering me. This hurt me. I need to get some deep, dark stuff off me so that I can free myself. That, in addition to prayer, I go to therapy. I love it. A whole hour, honey. I pay my $15 copay and I sit my ass in there and I talk. I can do my Zoom or I can go into the office and I sit and I talk for a whole hour and I get those things off my spirit and my chest. And then I go pray. After I do this, like taking a shower. Okay. After that, you kind of got to put your lotions and your deodorants and all that stuff on to kind of get you to the next level. So Black people always say, oh God, if you're going to therapy, that means you're crazy. It does not. And we've been told that since we were young, that therapy, child, Black people, if you're going to therapy, honey, and you're going to see a therapist, that means you psycho, you crazy. No, we can go so we don't be psycho and crazy. Okay. So take that into consideration for those of you that may be dealing with something that's heavy. In addition to praying about it, definitely seek therapy. Therapy is fun. I love it because I like to talk anyway. So, baby, when I get in there, I'm going to get my money's worth. Believe that. All right. And it's a trusted environment to where they cannot share whatever is told to them. All right. So, yes. So, prayers to anybody that may be dealing with something heavy this morning. All right. Let's move on. All right. So, who knew that Cassie, honey, had a little thug in her? Maybe being around Diddy for so damn long. We got an audio that was released through the courts. All right. Where she threatens a male escort. It sounds like a male escort may have had some type of video footage of Cassie doing some very egregious things in a freak off. And Cassie got wind of that and she approached said person, and this said video or audio rather, a phone call was recorded. Now it says that audio of Cassie threatening a male escort named Sugit, who claimed that he saw a video of her participating in a freak off, has been released. It said that the audio was originally played in court last month on May 16th and is now made public. Said, if you recall, Cassie had previously taken the stand and admitted to doing so because she didn't want the tape to get out. Okay, so it sounds like y'all know all the stuff that they said was going on in these damn FOs, and they lasted for hours and hours and sometimes days. So imagine all the freaky, nasty stuff that Diddy had these girls doing. One of them talked about how it was like some three-way action going on, one in the front, sitting on one and one in the back. It was a lot. Cassie was made to do a lot of very nasty, yucky stuff. Okay. We ain't even gonna get into it here because, baby, I want to be monetized. But so once she found out that there was some type of leak with this video, this person kind of, I don't know, was maybe making fun or maybe tried to blackmail her into some money, maybe, but it pissed her off and she snapped off on their ass. Let's get into it. Let me put my trigger warning banner up, baby, because I was like, damn, for her to be such a pretty girl, you would not think that her mouth would be like that. But I said, damn, you can kind of tell that she been around Diddy's ass a little too long because she's starting to sound like him. She makes mention before I play it. She makes mention that she's going to unalive this person, and then Diddy is going to unalive them again. So I was just like, how that's going to happen? If you take them out, how they going to be taken out again? Like, are you fooling with cats? Because I know they say cats got 9 lives. Okay, you trying to take all 9 lives? Like, what the fuck is going on? But let's get into it, child.
Yeah, you don't have to see it, but it's my life and I'll kill you.
Yeah, but
No, I will if you don't show me right now. I will you and I will hide you and I will cut you up and put you in the dirt right now.
Yes.
Pull it up. If you have it, pull that up. Because if not, I'm going to you and then he's going to you again. So just do it. Pull that up right now. You got that pull that up. I'm going to you. You don't understand. I don't give a I've never anybody in my life, but I will you because you're with me. You're with me in my life right now. If I saw a video of you doing anything that you didn't want people to see, I would show you the video so you could tell me what the happened. You're playing games with me, telling me you saw some now you're saying you didn't see some you're with me. I'm going to you up. I don't think you understand. And it's not going to be my hands, and it's not going to be blood on my hands. Someone else is going to do it. So you have to tell me right now, and I'm recording this whole shit. FYI, tell me what the you're talking about. Because this is not cool. We're not playing. I'm not playing with you, Sujit. Like, you saw some yes, you're my brother. Be my brother and tell me what you saw.
Ciao.
You're going to be able to find it?
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, you don't have to
One
see
more
it, but it's
time.
my life and I'll kill you.
yeah, but
No, I will if you don't show me right now. I will you and I will hide you and I will cut you up and put you in the dirt right now. Pull it up. If you have it, pull that up. Because if not, I'm going to you and then he's going to you again. So just do it. Pull that up right now. You got that pull that
Ooh, child, the gangster in your voice. Now, she said it ain't gonna be no blood on my hands. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna have somebody to do it. Now, she done been around Diddy enough to know that things can happen and people can come up missing. All right, Diddy already done said it in a video that I saw, honey, that you'll come up missing. He told Don Richard that, okay, if she opened her mouth, Don Richard from Dirty Money, that if she opened her mouth and told anything that she saw, that somebody was gonna come up missing and be unalive. So Cassie's, I'm pretty sure, saw some things since she's been around Diddy in the 10, 15 years that she was with him. I'm pretty sure she saw people get probably murked and beat up and stuff like that too, or threatened. And now she's began to talk like that as well. Now, a lot of people say, oh my God. Now you got to think about it, because you can hear the desperation in her voice. Imagine doing something on video and you thought that it was going to remain private, and said person said, ha ha ha, I got something on you, and girl, you was doing a damn thing in that video. So unless you give me about 20 racks, I'm going to put that shit out there. Okay. Yeah. So in your mind, you're like, the audacity of this biatch to up and threaten me. And then you're thinking about, especially in her, mind, I'm trying to come out here. I'm trying to be a celebrity. I'm trying to, get my career off the ground. For this person to release this would be, of course, revenge P. You could sue him for that, but it's still not going to take the stench of it being out and people seeing you doing some very nasty things that you would not want your own mother to see. Now, while we're speaking on her mother, you guys remember when, and this was mentioned also in this Diddy case as well, where Diddy reached out to Cassie's mother and told her that unless she had $20,000 sent to such account by such and such time that day, or the next day rather, that he was going to be releasing some porno of the graphic videos of their daughter, which we now know to be Cassie. Their mother, Cassie's mother and father, took out some type of loan on their home in order to get that money to Diddy. He didn't even need the money. Matter of fact, he actually sent the money back. He did that just to put fear into them. And he sent the money right back. So they didn't took out a loan on their home to keep some information, some very egregious, nasty information about their daughter being leaked by Diddy, okay, because he threatened to do it. That was mentioned. And only for him to turn around and send the money back to them. So he was playing with them. So now it sounds like this person was trying to get a rise out of Cassie, scare her maybe, or maybe try to blackmail some money up out of her in order to say, hey, I got this tape. I got this tape of you doing an FO. She probably didn't know what the fuck was going on in that FO, because most of the time when she did FOs, she was high. She was high. So she probably didn't know what was in it. She was like, what? I mean, hell, she talked about it in the case. She was on ketamine. She was on Molly's. She was on so many other different types of drugs. She'd been drinking. So Diddy made sure that his girls stayed inebriated during these FOs. So there's no telling what was on this video that this person may have had of her. Okay. That sounds like some Martell Hope bullshit. Something that he tried to do to Mel. Okay, I'm gonna put this out unless you. Okay, there are tougher laws now that's out there. I'm gonna tell anybody, if you're trying to threaten somebody, even if you threaten somebody, they can go and sue you and take that to the police station. You cannot put out revenge on people, even threaten to do it. It's a crime. They've toughened up on doing stuff like that because you cannot do that. What a person does in the privacy of their home, whether they decide to record it or not, that's their business. You can't use that if you come across it by any way that you come across it. You can't put it out and say, hey, unless you give me $20,000, I'm going to put this video out of you. Okay. And if you do, you're going to jail. Okay. According to the law in Georgia, Georgia's law said if you put out revenge P on anyone, that you will serve jail time and you will have to pay a fine as well. Okay. Now, I don't know about any other state, but it is a crime. So what y'all think about this? Damn, Cassie. Cassie is gang, ain't she? Damn, she's a pretty girl, but she was talking like she had street connections, like she was a head of the Crips and the Bloods in that bitch, won't she? Oh my God, girl. Oh. So let's continue. Someone else who is directly connected to this Diddy case as well. We've heard several stories about him touching and filling up on folk. Okay. Yes, honey. I don't know if he was a strong top or bottom when he was around Diddy, but Cuba Gooding Jr. speaks out on the Diddy case and sends prayers to both Diddy and the alleged victims. Did you not help some people be victims? Cuba Gooding Jr. Okay. Did you not help people become victims? And you're also running from a lawsuit that somebody filed against you, 2 other girls to be, as a matter of fact, because I covered it here. And every time they try to serve him, he would be out of the country. He would conveniently be out of the country, not home. They try to serve him on some type of yacht he was on. He found to not be there. So the nigga, he's a real good abracadabra type of nigga. Okay. He's here one minute and the next he's not. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who's giving him a heads up, but every time they tried to serve Cuba Gooding Jr. For some type of essay that he was involved in with someone, he magically disappeared. Okay, so now he's speaking out. Don't even know why, because you have been brought up in the Elrod lawsuit. Okay, let's go ahead and put that out there. Cuba Gooding Jr. was brought up in the Elrod lawsuit, where Elrod said that he was essayed and or touched inappropriately by Cuba Gooding Jr. at the direction of Diddy. Don't know that? Let's get into it. Because this is what he had to say, child. Like he just ain't know nothing about it. Like he's oblivious to all the shit that Diddy was doing. When he was on yachts, you were in rooms. We're hearing that you were at freak offs and probably not freak offs, probably at freak offs. Okay. You were at some of these Diddy parties and shit like that too. You hung around Diddy at the and there were pictures out there as well, because I shared them of him sitting beside Elrod with your hand on his leg. Why was that there? I don't know. Where Elrod also said in his lawsuit that something about Diddy had gone to take a shower, and some other girl who was there, I think she was related to and or may have been friends with Young Miami. I think she was related to, might have been a cousin, was also there. And at the direction of Diddy, he told you to do said sexual act on said person. And Elrod said you did it. So why are you speaking about this now? I don't know. Allegedly.
What do you make of like the Diddy trial so far? Are you keeping up with it?
It's a lot of information. It's a lot of information. I mean, how can you not keep up with it? You turn your TV on, you see it everywhere. But, you know, like I say, I pray for the brother, and I pray for the victims, and I pray for Cassie and her family. That's all I can do from a bystander's point of view.
Do you feel a sympathy for him?
You know, it's hard to, but yeah, I feel sympathy. You know, they say he without sin cast the first stone is that thing. I don't judge anybody, but it's like, I will say this. Back in the day, the studio system used to have something called the PR department, and they paid people to hide the dirty secrets of the celebrities.
Of course. It's almost like a Ray Donovan almost.
And one day, they went, you know what? Why don't we do this thing called a reality show and expose all the rewards? And so they're making money off of it, and then now we're hooked.
Yeah.
We used to look up at movie stars and say, oh, I want to be Clark Gable, I want to be Sidney Poitier. Now we look and we go, oh, there's some dirty motherfuckers.
What do you make of like the Diddy trial so far?
Oh boy. You see, he ain't popped up down there at that Diddy trial. You see that? He don't know if his name gonna come up right quick. He's staying far away from that damn Diddy trial. The only person that was said to have been there is Kanye. And now I hear Kanye is overseas with his wife, Bianca Censori. He's in some type of mental institute. Did y'all know that? That's a real thing. Go look at it. I think TMZ got it. Bianca Censori and Kanye West have been placed into some type of because y'all know he just left the Diddy trial supporting Diddy, but now they're saying he's in some type of getting some type of psychiatric care. but he's doing it overseas because he didn't want, I guess, people to know about it or the news to pick it up. But somebody who recognized him and Bianca brought it to a news source, and now it's all over the internet that Kanye West is in a psychiatric facility where his ass should have been. Okay, I knew he should have been there when he popped up at the damn Diddy trial. I said, yeah, that nigga need to be, yeah, you off your meds, you sure is. 5150, that nigga. All right, move on. All right, someone who we miss so much. All right, we miss this person. They're also connected to Diddy, honey. Lord, Lord, Lord. When I got the news, honey, that this one here was gone, I said, Lord, I know you lying out here. I know y'all lying to me. None other than the beautiful Kim Porter. All right, Kim Porter is the mother of 3 of Diddy's kids. Okay, the twins, and then the one that looked just like Diddy. All right, little Diddy Jr., the one that's got the same lawsuits and cases that his daddy got. Okay. Yeah, him. Kim Porter's father speaks out and calls her alleged. Kim Porter's father calls her alleged passing from pneumonia a load of crap. So he don't even believe it. I told you guys a while back that some members of her family, because her mother's already passed away, but members of her family have talked about reopening her case because they don't believe that Kim actually passed away of pneumonia. Now, you guys already know when news broke that she passed away, Al B. Sure already talked about it as well, that he did not believe that Kim died from no damn pneumonia. He said, shit, the day before that, he had just spoken to her. She was fine. Well, nothing going on with her. She just had a light cold. And after that, you turn on TMZ and everywhere else, you found out that the girl was unalive and that she passed away from pneumonia. Coincidentally, a lot of people who were connected to Diddy have been around Diddy that may have secrets on Diddy. We're going to put out books on Diddy or put out books, period, related to Diddy. They're not here anymore. And coincidentally, they passed away from pneumonia. Why is that? Why is that? With the exception of Heavy D, who passed from blood clots. But they're saying that even Heavy D's death may have had some connection to Diddy as well, allegedly. We know about Tupac. We know about Biggie. We know about Erica, the girl that did the book Bling. Kim Porter. It's another person. It's another one of their person. Kamora Lee Simmons' friends, who was also connected to Kim Porter. They found her in her apartment, face down. They said that she passed away also from pneumonia. That's 5 people. I can keep going. I've covered this. I know this like the back of my hand. Kim Porter looks just like her father. Okay. Handsome man. Let's get into this. Kim Porter's father does not believe his daughter passed away from pneumonia. Now, according to the Daily Mail, spoke with Jake Porter about the previous investigation of his daughter's passing, which he dismissed as a load of crap. I think everybody does. Okay. Yeah. We covered it right here on my channel. A lot of people try to say Diddy's kids, as well as Diddy and his people, tried to debunk this book. Do I think that everything in this book is true? Absolutely true. Probably not. Do I believe that the majority of it is? Absolutely. Let's put it closer. We covered it. I read every single page. All right. Kim Porter was made to do FOs while she carried the twins. Okay. A lot of things was going on in this book. Kim also knew about Biggie being unalive and the fact that it was alleged that Diddy had something to do with it, as well as Tupac as well. She was very close friends with Tupac and Biggie. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. So if you guys did not, you guys are going to have to go back and look at the video where I read the actual book to get all of the interesting details that we were able to share there. Let's continue. Although Kim Porter's father isn't calling for a new investigation, said the other family members believe that another investigation should be open, fueling their determination for answers. Now, this could be very bad for Diddy, given that his trial is still underway, and now the family of Kim Porter is speaking out. Kim Porter's daughters, I really hope they wake up. I think they're going under some type of Stockholm syndrome, in addition to the fact that they love their father and they don't want to believe that he is this person. But if you guys notice, as this trial has continued, you haven't seen Diddy's daughters come back to the courthouse in support of him. Not saying that they don't love him. I think it's a lot for them because they were very close to Cassie. Cassie was like maybe like a second mom to them. She was around his daughters. There a lot of things that they saw, a lot of things that maybe they didn't see. But at the end of the day, they love their father, and I don't think they want to believe that. It would be heartbreaking to find out that Diddy really had something to do with their mother not being here anymore. Now, they are, 18, 19 years old. They are fully capable of going on the internet and seeing a lot of the things that's been put out there to say that Diddy had something to do with their father. I don't think they want to believe it. But if there is an investigation that goes on or goes into said death of Kemp Porter, and it's said to be that Diddy did do it or that he was directly connected to it, that could be traumatizing. Okay, that could give him more time if he's already facing life for the charges that he's already facing. I read to you guys yesterday, they said if Diddy is found guilty of these charges, RICO, sex trafficking, prostitution, and so many other things that's been coming up in this case that he's facing right now, he's facing life, according to what I read to you guys yesterday. So in addition to how you going to get more than life, you already got life. What else can you give a person? I feel like Diddy has a lot of blood on his hands. Diddy, Tupac, and we just talked about them, all five. And I feel like it's another person. I can't remember the name right now. But I feel like Diddy is directly connected. Wolf, we talk about Wolf, okay, which is said to be Misa Hilton's son, who Diddy is out here claiming, saying that's his son as well. Yeah, no. But I feel like Diddy is directly connected to a lot of people who aren't here anymore, allegedly. And if they reopen this case with Kemp Porter, her father is standing 10 toes down on the fact that he thinks that it's a load of crap that his daughter passed from pneumonia when a day before that, she was in the perfect health with just a slight cold, according to Al B. Sure, because he spoke to her. And he also says that she had talked about going to the feds because there were some things that she ran across and or saw that was very unpleasant to her as related to Diddy. Something was mentioned about Justin Bieber. I think she kind of knew about that situation. And when she spoke about it and she brought it to Diddy's attention to let him know that she's not covering his secrets anymore, then that's when she wasn't here anymore. Okay. Yeah. So let's get up off that, y'all. I really hope that they go ahead and proceed with reopening this case, because that could be very eye-opening and to the person that Diddy really is. Let's get into this next topic. When I say that the church has some churches, okay, not all churches, the buffoonery, let's call it that, the buffoonery. Okay, I don't even know what to say about this person right here. The love of money is the root of all evil. This situation right here, this pastor right here, needs to be sat down, because the stuff that's flying out of his mouth is definitely monetized related. And I feel like money is the driving force behind his sermon. I don't like pastors that preach about only money, because there are more things going on. Like, did you throw in a Bible verse at all? Did you even read the Bible? Just get up there and just talking about money. That's all some of these pastors want to talk about. Let's get into this. I ain't gonna talk y'all head off, honey. This pastor here says that mega pastor Kelvin Cabarrus brags about earning more money since supporting Trump. He says, hallelujah, I should have went this way a long time ago. Let's get into this, because baby,
all that God,
shout out to It's On Site.
God has put me on a different platform. I got people call me and ask me for my cash app, my wiring instructions, because they want to bless me just for standing for the truth. And in case you want to know it, it's $ Kelvin Quebec. I had one fellow the other day while we're in the Rose Garden. He heard my story. He said, give me your wiring instructions. I thought nothing of it. I thought he might send a couple hundred and call it a day. The next day he hadn't sent anything. I said, oh, he must have had a little lying spirit and forgot what he told me. However, I woke up Saturday morning. I checked my personal account and I saw $10,000 US. I'll say, hallelujah. I should have went this way a long time ago. Now that God has put me on a...
People just hallelujah anything in church. I'd be like, did y'all even hear what this fool just said? Let's continue, honey.
My church increases when I go. They don't get mad and leave, but they pray for me and say, Pastor, I'm proud that you're standing praying for a man and speaking truth to power and allowing God to use you. And that's why you need to thank God for having a man like Pastor Travis. Because of his stand here in Mobile, Alabama, it helped influence President Trump that in this same month of June, he has dismantled the LGBTQ flag, that they would not fly on buildings or be posted. And he said at his inauguration that there are two genders, male and female. That's something every pastor should have been preaching in every pulpit, but God used Donald Trump to declare morality. Matter of fact, my church increases when I go. They don't get
the buffoonery of it all. It says, not Pastor Kelvin out here testifying the church of capitalism says that Trump turned his pockets into a praise break. He says that I once was broke, but now I flex. Child, is this not some ignorant shit right here? He need to be sat down. I don't like when people bring politics into religion. The two should never meet. Why? You know, people go through things on a day-to-day basis. And a lot of people say, if I can just get to church on Sunday and I can hear a good word, I really feel like my day will be a lot better. And you get to church and you hear some buffoonery bullshit like this right here. And it keeps people from wanting to come to church. A lot of people have stopped going to church. And I'm not down in church, baby. Church is a great thing. If you can find a great one, get up under a great pastor that can really feed you the good book, honey, and speak a good word over your life. You can hear some good singing, all the things that comes with going to a great church, okay? There is no perfect church, all right? Let's go ahead and say that. There is no perfect church because the person who is the pastor of the church is not perfect, okay? Everybody's striving towards perfection, but at the end of the day, some of the things that some of these pastors get away with is just so crazy to me. I would be afraid to stand in the pulpit, okay, which is said to be a very sacred place, and sprue out some of the things that some of these pastors get away with, okay? And it's like you guys have just not seen some of the people who came before you who've been sat down and taken out of here. Look at Eddie Long, the things that he was doing, playing with God, getting up there, messing with boys, allegedly, and was still trying to get up there and hide behind his mess, and God took him up out of here. I know a lot of people say, "Get me on." Yes, God took him out of here. God will not be mocked, not marked. God will not be mocked. Do not be using God's word in order to push political views and to inflate your pockets at the expense of other people's pain and their beliefs and what you feel is right based on a money grab. And that's what this is. It's so ignorant. People be woke. People wake up. People see what's going on. I don't like pastors that only speak about money. There's more things going on. Some people can't get out of bed every day from being stressed out and depressed and going through things. They don't want to hear about your pockets being swole. They want to hear about a real good word that's going to help them get from point A to B to C all the way to Z. People are going through things on their job. People are going through horrendous marriages. People have gone through being SA'd. People are getting fired from their jobs. Depression is coming. Wars and rumors of wars. Mothers against fathers, fathers against sons. We can keep going. There's so many things that people are going through. And the last thing you want to hear about is your pockets getting inflated because you chose to run behind Trump and support him. So now you're calling yourself a MAGA pastor? What is going on with these pastors? You ain't learned nothing from Eddie Long. We can even throw in what's his name? Get ready, Pastor T.D. Jakes, honey. Y'all ain't learned nothing from these pastors. It's so many. I just saw the other day. What's that pastor's name, child? That white pastor. They said he just had a heart attack, a massive heart attack. Okay, a massive heart attack. Up there preaching, I had a massive heart attack. What's that white man named? Lord, I can't remember. He's an old white pastor who's always he was a televised pastor. Is it Oral Roberts or something like that? Something like that. I forget. Anyway, these pastors gonna get enough of getting up there playing with God. This was some mess. He need to be set the hell down. Yes, honey. Look, everybody have another thunderstorm today. All right. So let's get into some Hollywood stuff that I kind of hinted on with you guys before. Coming into Hollywood, or going into Hollywood rather. This particular female talks about how she messed around and sold her soul, or was asked to sell her soul in order to become famous. All right, we touched on this before, but I want you guys to hear her story. This is so important. All right, sold her soul to the devil to become famous. And listen what she says was told to her coming into the industry. If she wanted to be this huge celebrity and be famous, what she had to do in order to get there. I've talked about this with rappers who come into the industry where they say, hey, I want to be a rapper. Yeah, you're talented, but a lot of them have to bend over and sell themselves and go through rituals and ritualistic satanic stuff in order to be celebs, in order to be these huge stars that you guys see on your TV. Swagger, Jimmy Swagger. Thank y'all so much. Okay. I know it was one, I could not remember his name. Jimmy Swagger, honey, had a massive heart attack while he was preaching. All right. Let's get into it.
Gucci Mane, Busta Rhymes, I had a song with Sean Paul. I'm working with a producer who's worked with everyone. I mean, to name a few, Destiny's Child and Michael Jackson. But he's like, let me tell you something. You know that if you sold your soul to the devil, you can have instant fame tomorrow? And he's not saying it like a joke. This is real. As soon as my head hit the pillow and my eyes closed, I was somewhere else. This being starts to come in focus. God? And he said, no, you know who this is. But I immediately thought, oh no, I died in my sleep. I'm going to hell. Oh no, Father, forgive me, Lord Jesus, forgive me for lying, forgive me for sleeping around. He said, shut up. If you worship me, I will give you all these things. Oh my gosh, I still feel it.
And I'm always protected when I'm having sex. But I learned there's no such thing as safe sex outside of God's covenant. I'm about to walk off. The demon don't care about no condom. It catches semen, it don't catch demons. Yo, I'm about to throw something now. If you're not equipped and covered and ready to go out and do that for real, stay home. And they're gonna kill me in the comment section. There were two young ladies that were there promoting their church. Like, oh, praise God. I love Jesus. Matter of fact, let's talk about this over here. You ladies drink champagne? So now we're in my apartment. This is my domain.
This is...
Oh my... Because I'm a gentleman, there's no way I can let you ladies drive home. And without going into too many more details, everybody fell into sin.
With Gucci Mane, Busta Rhymes, I had a song with Sean Paul. I'm working with a producer who's worked with everyone. I mean, to name a few.
Now, as you guys can hear, she's talking about coming into the industry, being a sound like she's a singer of some sort. Okay. She talks about all of the artists that she's been able to connect and work with who are very big artists in the industry. And it's because she agreed to sell her soul. Now, had she not done that, her career probably would have gone stagnant. She probably wouldn't have worked with the Destiny Childs and the, Busta Rhymes of the industry had she not done that. So she says, hey, once she did that, it was like some type of premonition or spirit or something came upon her when she went to bed that night. And she said, hey, hell is definitely real. It's like she saw the devil or something after she committed her life and herself to the satanic ritual, if you will, in order to be in the industry. I'm gonna play it one more time.
Destiny's Child and Michael Jackson. But he's like, let me tell you something. You know that if you sold your soul to the devil, you can have instant fame tomorrow? And he's not saying it like a joke. This is real. As soon as my head hit the pillow and my eyes closed, I was somewhere else. This being starts to come in focus. God? And he said, no, you know who this is. But I immediately thought, oh no, I died in my sleep. I'm going to hell. Oh no, Father, forgive me, Lord Jesus, forgive me for lying, forgive me for sleeping around. He said, shut up. If you worship me, I will give you all these things. Oh my gosh, I still feel it.
And I'm always protected when I'm having sex. But I learned there's no such thing as safe sex outside of God's covenant. I'm about to walk off. The demon don't care about no condom. It catches semen, it don't catch demons. Yo, I'm about to throw something now. If you're not equipped and covered and ready to go out and do that for real, stay home. And they're gonna kill me in the comment section. There were two young ladies that were there promoting their church. Like, oh, praise God. I love Jesus. Matter of fact, let's talk about this over here. You ladies drink champagne? So now we're in my apartment. This is my domain.
This is...
Oh my... Because I'm a gentleman, there's no way I can let you ladies drive home. And without going into too many more details, everybody fell into sin.
With Gucci Mane,
Busta Rhymes. Think about it. Y'all remember I was telling y'all about ritualistic stuff going on in Hollywood, which is very, very dark. I mean, y'all hear a lot of people who are in Hollywood also talk about a lot of dark things in Hollywood. Fantasia touched on that when she was on stage. I played it for you guys where she said that she was approached about some things where they tried to, I guess, turn her into maybe some type of ritualistic stuff. And she was telling what's the guy, another artist who was just coming into, and she also talked to the guy who just won American Idol, the black guy. She was talking to him about keeping, himself real, stay prayed up, because Hollywood will come for you. They tried Fantasia. And she said, y'all know Fantasia grew up in a home, honey, where the Lord was very much so present. So coming into the industry, she already had a prayer life. She already knew how to ward off those types of demons and be like, Now I saw another video Most recently, gospel artist Ty Tribbett said that he was approached by some industry people to kind of make him not do like gospel anymore, because y'all know his gospel music is kind of like on the edge. He's almost like Kirk Franklin with his. It's kind of like a secular gospel. If y'all have ever listened to his music, okay, it kind of has like a secular knock to it, but it's still gospel if you listen to the words, but it sounds like a song you hear on the radio. But he also talked about in an interview that I just saw recently where he was approached by some people in the industry to ask him, hey, come over here, you can make more money if you do this with your music. Like, you're already doing this, it already sounds like this, but if you come over here and you switch it up and do this, they wanted him to do secular music, and he had to let them know, I'm not about to give up the God I serve to come over there for no dollar. He said they were really pressing him to come over on maybe like the dark side in order to make more money, okay? Because it's like, hey, what you're doing here, you're doing good, but you can make more if you come over and maybe like commit yourself to the dark side. Okay, so that's a real thing. I wanted to show you guys that because people don't really understand what it means to, if you're trying to get into the industry, it's a price to pay to do so, because you're giving up yourself, your spirituality, your beliefs, and all of these things in order for $1. Like they say, the love of money is the root of all evil. And if you're trying to get into the industry, that's something you're going to have to look into. All right. So yeah, let's move on. That's deep, ain't it? A Texas woman is arrested for marrying her ex without his knowledge after their breakup. People are doing all types of fraudulent crap. Y'all listen. Let's get into this topic. Shout out to Hollywood. Is it Hollywood Unlocked? Yeah, Hollywood Unlocked. Let's get into this, child, because this story was crazy. Anybody want to get married that bad? I don't know. This is some psycho-ish right here.
A 36-year-old woman is being held on felony stalking charges in a bizarre case where a wedding was held without the groom. Fox 44 Zoria Goodley joins us now live in the studio to help us understand what happened. Zoria.
Thanks, MG. Traditionally, when a couple gets married, both parties say I do. But this 42-year-old man in Beverly Hills claims to law enforcement that he didn't know. According to a press release from the Beverly Hills Police Department, the resident reported on June 13th that he'd come home to a package on his property left by his ex-girlfriend. The package was a gift bag from Bath & Body Works containing products and a surprise. A picture of his ex-girlfriend, Kristen Spearman, holding what appears to be a marriage license, showing them married and officiated by a local reverend, and a copy of the marriage certificate filed with the county clerk's office. Today, I spoke with the Beverly Hills Chief of Police, Corey Martin, who says he's never seen anything like this.
When I was talking to the lieutenant, I said, I don't think in 23 years I've ever heard of anybody who managed somehow to get married to someone who wasn't present for a ceremony. I've talked to the victim, and he's going through a significant process to try to have to fix this at this point. And so that's a whole nother situation. Is not only you have the concern of what does that mean for my safety, my property, which is a huge conversation in this, but also what do I have to do to fix it?
According to the press release, the victim reported that he'd been in a relationship with Spearman, and they had decided to obtain marriage licenses on or about June 2nd, 2025. However, after that application and license was issued, the couple got into an argument, and the victim told her he no longer wanted to be in a relationship. During a follow-up investigation, police learned that Kristen Spearman convinced the local reverend to perform a marriage ceremony without the victim even knowing or being present. After that, she went to the county clerk's office and filed the marriage certificate as if it were official. With assistance from the Hewitt Police Department, Spearman was located at her Hewitt address and taken into custody with an arrest warrant for third-degree felony stalking. This is an ongoing investigation, and at this time, the Beverly Hills Police Department is not releasing any information on the ceremony officiate to prevent harassment and influence as they continue with the case. We will provide more updates on the story as they are made available. In the studio, I'm Zoria Goodley, Fox 44 News. MG, back to you.
Y'all hear this? How you get married to somebody you ain't even there? Now, the person who married them, they're going to wind up losing their license to be able to marry people, because that was some fraudulent, illegal mess that he was involved in. And it sounded like the lady was batshit crazy to even ask this person to do that after this person already made it known that he does not want to have anything else to do with you. Y'all are broken up. He want to move on with his life. So you're going to send a gift and or package to their door with a picture of you holding a marriage license showing that he is married to you. This person needs to be under the jail. What kind of crazy? You got to be a special kind of crazy to do some ish like that. Like, let go, move on. You got some people out there that's just crazy like that just will not move on to even go to lengths of saying, hey, we're married and you don't know we married. That's some ish, okay? I said, yeah, I wanted to share that because that was a crazy topic. All right. Anybody ever had a psycho person like that didn't want to let you go? There's some people out there like that, my God. Ladies, if you got that good, they might be crazy. Like they didn't want to let you go, child. Like, till death do us part, and you ain't even married to the fool. Like, damn. If you sit on that $1 million whop, there's some niggas out there to be like, nah, we ain't breaking up. You ain't breaking up with me. You broke up with me, but I ain't break up with you. That's how they see it. Just crazy. All right, so I told you guys yesterday. So officially, this has come out, you guys. Now, y'all know Cardi B and Offset, they are headed towards divorce. Cardi has moved on, and she is publicly dating Stefan Diggs, who is a football player. But Offset said, hey, you ain't gonna be the only one that's dating. So now he's turned around, and he's now dating, as I told you guys, I think yesterday, he's now dating Stefan Diggs' ex. Okay, so now they're public with it. They were seen in a club canoodling and carrying on, but now Offset with his petty ass, okay, after he's been cheating with multiple people, have decided to come out publicly to make it known that he is dating Stefan Diggs' ex-girlfriend Sky Marlene. Is this not the dumbest shit ever? This is like, I'm gonna one up you. That's what it's giving. So they said Offset is very petty. He's allegedly dating Stefan Diggs' ex-girlfriend, Sky Marlene. The two were just spotted out at a club together, like I told you guys, and I showed y'all yesterday where they were all up on each other and carrying on. So he's like, hey, Cardi, if you're going to move on with Stefan Diggs, who I told you guys that Offset used to really look up to and was a huge fan of prior to Cardi moving on with him, but now he's gone and decided that he's gonna go and date Stefan Diggs' ex-girlfriend, and now they're gonna go public. Ain't that stupid? Of all the people you can be with, it kind of makes you look weird and crazy. Offset, it makes you look desperate. It makes you kind of look like a stalker a little bit too. I don't know, but this situation is getting a little bit more crazier by the day. Offset does not want to let go, and I think he's trying to send a message, an indirect message to Cardi B as well as Stefan Diggs as well. But you looking real psycho in the process, sir. Right? This is dumb. I'm sorry. This is them in the club, child. Lord. I know the pictures are kind of dark, but child, that's her. She's a pretty girl, but this is dumb. Of all the people you could be with, why him? I mean, why her? Yeah. I don't know, but that's the update on that. Okay, that's the update. As you guys can see, Offset is now allegedly dating Stefan Diggs' ex-girlfriend Sky Marlene. That's her. She's a pretty girl. She kind of favors Cardi just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Yeah, weird. Okay, weird. Let me give you the L because you're a loser for that. Oh, child is coming down out here. Somebody else who come out to talk about who they're dating. They are public now that we hear that DDG and of course y'all know Halle Bailey, they've been going through a child with the baby Halo and back and forth to court. Now it appears that they're saying that Halle may be dating someone else, but now DDG and India Love, they confirmed that they are also dating as well. Let's go ahead and play that for you guys. DDG and India Love finally confirmed that they are dating. It were rumors that they were dating, but he denied it at first, and she tried to deny it as well. But we just saw a video not too long ago, a few days ago, where they were out dancing somewhere, and she had her ass all up on him, grinding and twerking up on him, and he was behind her, balls deep. Okay, and yeah, a lot of people was like, what is going on here with DDG and India Love? And they were like, yeah, no, we just friends, you know, I just know him, it ain't that. But now they've come out to confirm that they are dating. Okay, so let's get into it. No music though. Yeah, so they are dating. DDG has moved on, so maybe he can leave Halle alone. Shit, he is publicly dating now India Love. All right, he has a type as well. I don't know where they're going, but there they are, honey. There they are. I don't know how Halle feels about this. I know she was crashing out before when she found out he was trying to be with somebody else, putting tracking devices and shit on his in the baby bag and on his car and stuff like that, popping up. popping up on him at the movie theater when he was on a date with somebody else. Like, she did not want him to move on, but obviously if she's seeing somebody else, maybe he's like, look, I'm gonna just go ahead on and move on too. So he has moved on to, DDG has moved on to be with India Love. All right, that's the update on that, child. Who, child? Let's get into some reality TV news. As you guys know, Real Housewives of Potomac, they are coming back soon. They've already started filming. Giselle is filming some scenes with, as you guys know, what's the child name? Oh, Monique Samuels. Okay, y'all know Monique Samuels. They've already announced that she is coming back, that she is back on the show as a friend of capacity on Real Housewives of Potomac. As you guys know, Giselle had already made it known that she did not like Monique, especially after Monique put hands on Candy. Matter of fact, Giselle was one of the people who spoke up to try to get Monique kicked up off the show when that whole fight went down. But now it's given that since Robin Dixon is not on the show anymore, Giselle is trying to find a link up, somebody to be maybe friends with or be cordial with on the show because she don't really have that friend like she and Robin was on the show, because Robin ass ain't on there. But it's given that the two of them were seen out filming a scene most recently. It said the word on the curb is that these two are filming a sit down. So they're gonna be filming a sit down scene for Real Housewives of Potomac. I have that here. Let's play it. Shout out to Bravo Shade Room.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
All right, so let's put that. So that's them filming a scene together, Monique and Giselle, okay? So we'll get to see them two, I guess, interacting in a close scene, maybe, on Real Housewives of Potomac this season, okay? Yeah, I guess. I'll be watching only because Monique is going to be on, because, baby, they bored the hell out of me this past season. I was just like, ugh. Y'all already know Karen Huger, honey, is still down there in the jail. They trying to get her out on good behavior, but it ain't working. So the judge, I guess, gonna make her ass stay up in there. They said she's set to be getting out the end of the year. So we'll see what happens, child. We'll see. As we get updates, y'all know I will give them to you. Moving on, Will Smith admits encouraging radical honesty with his kids was a very big mistake, or a terrible mistake. All right. Y'all know he kind of lets his kids, they're not kids now, they're adults, obviously. But as they were growing up, he kind of let them make their own rules and to kind of grow into be what they wanted to and experiment and do things they wanted to. Now their son Jaden is running around with a damn purse on and blouses on. Their daughter looking like she's from the damn dark side. It's just a hot damn mess. Being raised by Will and Jada, they allow their kids to really not have many rules and regulations, to just kind of go their own way and do what they wanted to do. And now Will is saying, hey, that might have been a bad mistake. Let's get into it, child. That's what Will had to say.
We made a very, very, very terrible mistake with our children, and we went with radical honesty. So don't do it. No, listen. I'm not advocating for it. We made a deal like from really young with our kids. The deal was, if you tell the truth, you won't get in trouble. Right? The only way you can get in trouble in this house is if we find out you did something and you don't tell the truth. Wow. And it's a mistake. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. No, it's terrible, because they do whatever they want and they just come tell you. It's awful. Don't try it. You want your kids to lie. You don't want to know some of the stuff your kids are thinking of doing.
You really don't.
We made a very, very, very...
Your kids are so fucked up now, sir. Like... Anyway, so Will is encouraging, he admits that he encouraged radical honesty with his kids and that it was a terrible mistake. And I said, Will Smith has always been open about his family life, but now he's admitting that being too open at home may have backfired, okay? It says in a recent interview on the Heart Breakfast, it says with Jamie and Amanda, said that the actor shared a rare parenting confession. He said encouraging full-blown honesty with his kids turned out to be one of the biggest regrets. He said that we made a very, very, very terrible mistake with our children, and we went with radical honesty, which he says made his kids to be too blunt. He said, hey, don't do that. He said, I'm not advocating for it. He goes on to explain that he and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, honey, made a deal with his children early on, Jaden and Willow Smith, that they could always tell the truth without fear of punishment. Lord. Now I said that the only way that you can get into trouble in this house is if we find out and that you did something and that you did not tell the truth about it, according to Will. Says it's a mistake. He says it's terrible because they do whatever they want and then they just come and tell you. So he says it is awful. Don't try it. And that's horrible parenting. And I put that part on there. That's horrible parenting. As you guys can see how they grew up in Hollywood with no rules, no nothing. They just did what the hell they wanted to. And at one point, I know that their daughter was allowed to date when she was like, 16 or so. Her boyfriend was well into his 20s, and Will and Jada went up for that shit. They didn't have a problem with it. There was pictures of her laid up in the bed with this older man, because he was a man. Your daughter was like 16. I remember because I talked about it. She was like 16, almost 17 years old, but her boyfriend was like 25, 26. I said, hell no, that's too much. That's too much. Like, don't be allowing your child. She's still a teenager. Let her be a child. But this is how they allowed them to be. They will vocalize what they wanted to, go where they wanted to, do what they wanted to. And now your son running around here with lipsticks and lipstick on and black nails with nail polish and blouses and looking crazy. I'm just like, yo. Just no boundaries. You cannot raise kids without boundaries. And that Will and Jada, I feel like they were so into the party world. And then at one point they were into not at one point, shit, from what we know, still into the swinging atmosphere. They won't worry about them damn kids. They were out here swinging and doing what the hell they wanted to. Will was out, as y'all know, they were talking about at one point, messing around with Dwayne Martin, allegedly. Okay, so ain't no telling what those kids grew up and saw. There's no telling what those kids grew up and saw in that house, child. They are warped. Those kids are warped, okay? Like, really gone. So, yeah. Am I surprised? Hell no. But now he's saying he regret what he allowed his kids to do growing up. But it's too late now. They grown. They set in their ways now, child. You can't do shit about it now. They gone now, child. They gone. Let's get into this next topic, child. We talked about Blueface, Carlissa, which is his mother, Krishan, all right. Carlissa is suggesting that Krishan let a baby sip Hennessy and then tells Blueface, I tried to warn my son, but he won't listen. So we already know that Krishan's baby had a whole lot of Hennessy and some blunts and backwoods and every damn thing else that she had access to, because that's all she did when she was carrying him. Now she says, Jonathan Porter, which is Blueface, says that her brother doing 60 years said that you need to spend time talking to God because you missed 2 years of your kid's life that you can never get back. Says that ain't no amount of breaking news worth having a daughter turn out to be like her. Says that she just fooled half the IG and posted and fed a baby Hennessy. Said that that's not the media that you need. Said that, but if you choose to ignore me, said, I just pray that you don't end up in the same situation that she got you in right now. Said that you in a cage and can't leave. And then they blotted out whatever else was there. So said that Carlissa is speaking out again, which is Blueface's mother. Says that this time she is sharing a message that she sent to Blueface, warning him about Krishan. Says that in the text that she accuses Krishan of being with half of IG and claims that she once gave a baby Hennessy, which was probably her baby. So sad. Said that you missed 2 years of your kid's life that you can never get back. Said that she told him, said that you are in a cage and you can't leave. What do y'all think about this? Do I feel like Clarissa is too much involved in Blueface and Krishan's situation? I feel like they're grown. If they're parents of this child, let them figure it out. Okay. Clarissa goes on to say that I tried to tell my son, but he don't listen. She said, I'm not trying to run your life. I'm just trying to save you. Well, you guys also must know that Blueface was saying that he didn't want to have anything else to do with Krishan. He is getting ready to get out mid-July, as I told you guys before. And he's made it known that once he gets out, he doesn't want Krishan staying in his house. He's just trying to help her now to get on her feet until he gets out. But he says, hey, when he get out, he don't want a relationship with her. He just wants to see his kids and raise his children and rebuild a relationship with his mother, Clarissa. So Krishan is making all these declarations for Blueface saying, hey, I love you. I'm sorry. I want our family back. When you get out, we're going to try to make things work. And he's like, bitch, I told you no. So I don't know where this is going. It's given that they're putting out there that Krishan is giving the baby and let the baby sip on Hennessy or whatever. I just saw a video the other day because I do follow her that her baby is drinking from a sippy cup, but he was struggling and it had like the two handles on the side. He was struggling for one to sit up. He kept doing this, but he was trying to put the cup up to his mouth and it was like he couldn't quite get it done. Mind you, the baby is almost 2. And yeah, he was like this. His hands were shaking. His head kept going down like this. And once he finally got it to his mouth, he was shaking like crazy. So something is going on with the baby. Prayers again to the baby. That's what my heart goes to the baby. Fuck Krishan. Fuck Blueface. I don't care nothing about neither one of them. And I'm sorry, pardon me, my mouth, but I'm sick of them. Like for real. Krishan, I really feel like that's where your focus needs to be, baby, to the baby. For real. I don't feel like she's ready to acknowledge that she ruined this baby from her actions while she carried him. I feel like she's embarrassed by it. And no amount of time that you go to church, yes, God can heal the baby. I believe totally in God. God can do anything. But I feel like she's running to the church now out of fear that she really may have gone too far when it relates to this baby. I think she knows that something's going on. He's almost 2. He's not walking, crawling, scooting, anything. He's not doing anything for himself. She's still carrying him around like he's 3 months old. All right. And he should be walking, running, climbing up over that playground on the swing and every damn thing else. He should be getting into things. He should be riding big wheels and tricycles, but he is doing none of the above. And I think she knows that she really went too far when she carried him by smoking and drinking and living that party lifestyle. So, this is a hot mess, but I really feel like Clarissa and Blueface, if they're going to rekindle their relationship as mother and son, that's great. But I feel like Clarissa needs to back up a bit and allow him to be an adult. And if he's going to be in Krishan's child's life, because Ronnie damn sure can't be there after he's been pow-powed and Swiss cheese, they're saying at the direction of Krishan, allegedly, we don't know. But I really hope they figure it out because I don't care no more. Moving on. All right. So next topic, child. I pulled a lot of topics, y'all. I didn't realize I pulled so many topics. Oh my God. But y'all know everybody's off today. It's Juneteenth. Shout out to everybody on Juneteenth. I wanted to kind of, extend the show a little bit more so y'all can get more topics out of me. But let's get into this next topic. You guys know who Fallon Penner is. She used to be married to Simon Gufradia, who then married Portia. Now, y'all know Fallon married the guy who was said to be the pool boy who she was cheating with when she was married to Simon. They now have 2 children now, and they are married. But some people had a lot to say about the name that Fallon gave the baby because the baby has her last name. And they're saying that Jalen suggested that the baby has Fallon's last name versus his. His last name is Banks. Her last name is Pena, and the baby's name is after her. So people were like, why, if you guys are married, does the baby not have his last name? Weird. So it said the first look at Fallon Penner and Jalen Banks' baby said that why their newborn carries his mom's last name. So people are asking, why is that? Okay. Shout out to the Shade Room. So they said that the Shade Room has exclusive first look at Fallon Penner's and Jalen Banks' newborn baby. The baby's name is Owen Knox Pena. Said that the baby was born at 7:46 a.m., which has the same birth time as his big sister Emma. Okay, that's impressive. So it says that the couple welcomed Owen 2 years after revealing that they lost a pregnancy in January of 2023. Now, Jalen and Fallon are no stranger to headlines surrounding their love life and relationship. It said that we spoke exclusively with Jalen about the marriage, fatherhood, and rebuilding his relationship after claims that Fallon had groomed him. Okay, there were rumors out there saying that Fallon groomed him. But the 2 of them were said to have been messing around during the time that Fallon was married to Simon. Simon got wind of it by seeing Jalen. I think he was let in a gate or some sort and was seen going across the lawn several times, coming back and forth to see Fallon whenever Simon would be out of town. He saw it on some type of ring camera or whatever. When he came back into town, he kicked Fallon out of the house and boxed up all of her things and had his moving company, because he owns a moving company, come in and move Fallon's things out of the house and kicked her out once he found out she was cheating with Jalen. So the 2 of them wound up getting together, staying together, and she wound up getting pregnant very shortly thereafter by him. And now they just welcomed their second child. Okay. So yeah, as y'all can see. So Jalen tells the Shade Room that he and Fallon Penner decided that their son should carry Fallon's last name instead of his. Said that it was a decision that we made together. It says that Penner name, the Pinna name represents our household, our love, and the family that we're building. Says it is something that we both stand proudly behind. According to Jalen, said he confirms that he officially changed his last name to Pinna as well. Shut the front door, side door, windows, and all that. So you are the man of the house. It's given that she's bitching you down. I don't know. Anybody ever been through a situation like that? Why is it that you have changed your last name to her last name, which is Pinna, versus keeping Banks? Her last name should be Banks. Okay. Usually when a person gets married, the wife carries on the husband's last name. So this is giving that she has bitched you down to taking her last name. What the hell? Y'all, so their kid's last name is hers. Jalen, what the hell? What the helly? What the helly? Okay, child. All right, so according to Marriage Life After Grooming Comments, it says that Jalen and Fallon tied the knot in December of 2024, a year after the couple faced public scrutiny sparked when Jalen accused Fallon of grooming him. Said that Jalen says that the couple chose forgiveness and are now the best of friends in marriage. Now, Fallon has a saying that love is black and white, that there is no gray area. Said that we chose forgiveness, we chose to love one another. We got said that once we got to that point, that all of the other stuff no longer mattered. Child, weird. That gets weird. Now, Jalen also says that he is enjoying fatherhood with his newborn and firstborn. He says that watching Emma step into the role of big sister and now having Owen here has just made everything feel complete. Said it has taught me patience, gratitude, and purpose. Jalen says that I don't know why I wouldn't call him Jalen. Jalen says that every little milestone hits different. Said that I'm more present this time and more intentional. That's what makes it special. This is a mess. Jalen says that he would love to see his wife back on Atlanta Housewives. Of course, you need that check. Says that the viewers never really got the chance to truly see or get to know her. So now he wants her to be back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Says that her story was cut short and a lot was left out and left one-sided. Says that meanwhile, someone else has been doing a whole lot of ducking and dodging when it comes to addressing the real questions. He might be talking about Portia. Says that or Simon. Says that I think that it's time that the viewers get a full picture and Fallon's truth deserves that spotlight, according to Jalen. So it sounds like he's trying to push her back to being on reality TV, or maybe they're trying to get a storyline to be back on the show, maybe for next season, but he's vocalizing that he would love to see Fallon back on the show. All right. What y'all think about it? Would y'all like to see Fallon on the show? Fallon and Jalen, child? No. Okay. No, girl. Stay home and take care of your kids. We good, child. We good. We good. All right. That would be weird, especially with Portia being on there. That would be super weird. But it could be a story. Hey, it could be some good, tension on the show, because y'all know that would make the ratings good to see the two of them going at it, being that both of them used to be with Simon. It might be good. I don't know. It's a catch-22. Let's move on. Rashida and Kirk Frost, honey, they hit back at K. Michelle, honey, one of the most shadiest on our reality TV, over their marriage. And now y'all know that K. Michelle sat down with Cam Newton a few days ago and did a whole full-fledged interview where Rashida and Kirk's name was mentioned, and she talked about the two of them and read their asses down, and they got wind of it. So now Rashida and Kirk had decided to come back and say some things of their own. So they've responded to K. Michelle, and we all know K. Michelle does not sit pretty when this shit happens because she is a responder. All right, so let's get into it, shall we? Shout out to Sozio Radio.
Just checking in, showing y'all my new wig. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Skin. Look, the Skin Flat. Real, no. Plastics. No, let me stop, because they're going to say I got a wig and I cut it off.
Got something to say.
Anyway.
Oh, I see them earrings, though.
Oh, yeah, they back.
Tree.
You know what I'm saying?
Tree, y'all.
Oh, tree of y'all hoes.
Coming to you live from the couple you love to hate,
A lot of people love us though. Like, we got like millions and millions and millions. Well, you got the billions and billions of streams. I mean, my bubble gum, you know what I'm saying? Worldwide, 131 countries. Hey, man, we love y'all. Thanks for the support. Man, even the haters who helped us get in a position to be here, the hate definitely fused the fire. But I just wanted to be like, man, listen, man. Find time to enjoy your life. Because if you sitting at home still, like I told your ass a while ago, you're miserable because you're at home
But
by
them
yourself.
We're miserable.
Just checking in, showing y'all my new wig.
That's
You know what I'm
they have
saying?
to pay Michelle. Y'all know she gonna respond. I'm waiting because I follow her too. I'm just waiting. As soon as she do, I'm coming live because I know she gonna read their asses down. We all know that Rashida and Kurt's married child has been nothing but a mess. Okay, Kurt's been seen in hot tubs and everywhere else with Bambi and some other girl, and Rashida's chose to stay right there. He done had a whole baby on you during y'all marriage. You still there, Rashida girl. You strong. You built for it tough. I ain't gonna hold you because you built for it tough, honey. I don't know what it is with Kurt. He must have a schlong of gold because baby, you will not leave Kurt for nothing in this world. I know y'all got businesses and shit together, but you are strong to stay with a nigga like that. He ain't even good looking. All right, I don't know what it is about Kurt. I don't know, baby. He must lick that thing from the front to the back, baby. He must tap that thing like something that you ain't never had to tap before. Because I ain't never seen nobody this damn stupid to stay with a burnt looking seal like this. But go off, honey. If you like it, I guess we love it. Moving on. I don't even care no more. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we'll keep that. All right, so let's get into this. Now, we're finding out why. I told you guys the other day, 50 Cent's baby mama came forward to say that he was abusive towards her and he was doing it in front of their son. Now, we have an update on that as well. Let's spin the block. Ciao. 50 Cent's dating Misa Hilton, which is Diddy's baby mama, okay, allegedly sparked beef with Diddy, who later went after Daphne Joy. So it sounds like Diddy was on demon time and was going after one of 50 Cent's girls, okay, baby mamas, because he felt that 50 Cent did the same to him. So this is why the two of them are beefing, because y'all know Misa Hilton is said to have a child with Diddy, but we already know now that child is Wolf's child. The child looked just like him. All right. But so Diddy, of course, still claims that child no matter what. And he is upset with 50 because 50 spun the block and was dating his baby mama, Misa Hilton. Y'all remember her. She was also at Diddy's trial. She was on the walker. I don't know why she looks so damn old now. But anyway, y'all remember her from the Biggie One More Chance video where she had the blonde ponytails, where she was in the hot tub. You guys have seen her plenty of places. She is a stylist in Hollywood. Okay. She dressed. You guys may know Mary J. Blige in her What's the 411 video. All the outfits that you saw Mary J. Blige wearing, Misa Hilton was responsible for that. She's the one who came out with the whole baseball cap and the boyish look with the Timberlands that Mary J. Blige was wearing, where a lot of girls started dressing like that. That look came from Misa Hilton. So for those of you who don't know who she is, go do your homework on her, go look her up. But she is Diddy's alleged baby mama. And it said that the two of them got together because kind of like on a rebounds type bullshit, and 50 Cent started messing with her to get back at Diddy. So Diddy returned the favor by being with Daphne Joy, which is 50 Cent's baby mama. So y'all get it now. Mess, and then turn her ass out in these damn freak offs. So I think Diddy won. Okay, so I think he did worse. I don't know. Let's get into it.
I'm spinning a block on that, but it's just not what y'all think it is.
This is 50 Cent's baby mama speaking. Okay,
It's not. It's
No, it's really not.
It's not. Like, just put it this way. Puffy was the first one to sleep with someone's baby mother. And we could leave it at that. Puffy wasn't the first to sleep with someone's baby mother.
That's what you want to leave it as. Like I said, it's your choice.
Guess we can leave it at that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and catch you guys up. Now, says that the decades-long tension between 50 Cent and Diddy may have deeper roots than fans once thought. And now new rumors are shedding light on how it all began. Now, according to viral chatter, across social media, said that the original or origin of the beef between the two hip-hop moguls stems from 50 Cent reportedly dating Misa Hilton, the mother of Diddy's son Justin Combs, all right, which we all know Wolf is his daddy. Now, it said that while the relationship began, 50 and Misa was never publicly confirmed, so the sources claims that it was enough to ignite a behind-the-scenes rivalry that lasted for years. Now, fast forward, and many fans are now connecting the dots, claiming that Diddy eventually retaliated by getting involved with 50's second baby mama, Daphne Joy. You guys also heard her in the Diddy trial. She was known as the person as the pseudonym what was it called? She didn't want to be known, pretty much. Okay, she was the unknown. The name was unknown, but we found out quickly who it was because 50 confirmed it. Okay, said that their alleged relationship made headlines when Daphne was later named in the lawsuit with the explosive claims rather, that she had been involved in Diddy's alleged sex trafficking activities. Okay, a situation that 50 himself publicly commented on, dragging both Diddy and Joy on social media, as I just told you guys. Okay. Now, while none of the key players have officially confirmed these back and forth relationship ties, the internet has run with the theory suggesting this personal drama is at the heart of public jabs, shady Instagram posts, and interview clips that have kept the 50 and Diddy feud alive for so long. Now, the messy love triangle turned power struggle adds a deeper layer to the ongoing beef, one that blends the personal with the professional in true hip-hop fashion. Now, with both moguls known for their unapologetic personas and no-holds-barred media tactics, don't expect this feud to fizzle out anytime soon, especially when 50 Cent is involved. I'm just saying. 50 Cent is never going to let shit go. So 50's baby mama, who is here, who has his son, who looks just like 50, she come forward. This is the one that came forward to say that 50 was AB using her and doing it in front of their son when he was much smaller. And that is why she decided to leave him and not be with him anymore. 50 does not have a relationship with their son, but he did go back and be with Diddy's girl. And then Diddy came back and got his girl and turned her out and made her do some sex trafficking. And yeah, so 50, of course, was feeling bitter about it. And he went public to tell the entire world that the Jane Doe in Diddy's case was his baby mama. All right, moving on. Let's get into some Love and Marriage Huntsville news that I know y'all gonna be able to use. All right. We're gonna do this one first. We're gonna do this one first, then we're gonna do that one last. All right, because we got some Destiny news we need to catch y'all up on. We ain't talked about Destiny in a while. We got some news fresh off the press this morning, honey, that we gotta go on and tell you guys about. So let's go ahead and get into it. As you guys know, Love and Marriage Huntsville is set to be coming back June the 19th, as you guys may know. A lot of you guys will be blacking out, as I've heard. We can take the trigger warning banner down because we don't need that for this. All right. All right, so as I told you guys before, Love and Marriage Huntsville, they are set to be coming back, as I said, July 19th. And they are now they're still in Michigan, Pontiac, Michigan, to be exact. Tisha just put it on her story. She said, "Thank you, Pontiac family. We had a blast." I think they're getting ready to be coming back, or going back rather, to Huntsville, Alabama. They are said to have been filming some scenes with Love and Marriage Detroit, their cast, because y'all know Carlos has the Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Detroit. So they were in Detroit filming with the cast. Now, word on the curb is that Carlos is being called out for trying to garner viewership by commingling the two shows and having the two shows film with each other to see if he can boost the ratings on the upcoming season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, being that Love and Marriage Detroit did not do well after its second season being on the air. So the two shows are actually coming together to commingle the casting in order to boost viewership for the new season coming up for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. Now, the cast, like I said, is currently in Detroit, filming scenes with Love and Marriage Detroit cast. And Tisha and Marceau, of course, and Kimmy was there. I told you guys, Kimmy, Marceau, Tisha, Maurice is there. Chin and Ken, they're there as well. I'm not sure if the Fletchers are there. I did not see anything of them being there. They could be there. We just don't know about it. I didn't see anything said that they were there or any pictures or anything on their social media proving that they were there. Now, of course, like I said, if for those of you that's watching, it will be back on the 19th, but they're saying that Carlos he's pulling for straws to see if he can help get this show back where it's supposed to be, to get the ratings back where they're supposed to be, being that Melody Cherie has decided to leave the show. We already know she walked away and she left the show back in December of 2024, in which that was caused a lot of huge issues to where Carlos began to scramble. He also spun the block to ask Melody to come back to the show. And he also wanted to manage her as well, at which she both declined on those things. But it says that OWN has given the go-ahead for them to go ahead and film another season, but it is contingent upon how the ratings will be after Melody Cherie, who is the star of this show, will be. So they're going to see. It's kind of like that's really why they haven't announced too much with the show. A lot of stuff is quiet. It's hush hush. The show is coming back. We do have a date in terms of when it will be back, but OWN is allowing Carlos to film the show again with the current castmates that they have, but they're trying to commingle and pull Detroit in as well to see if it will help boost the ratings for the show. Okay. So this is going to determine if the show will continue to be on the air after this season. Okay. So this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing to see if Love and Marriage Huntsville will get another season, contingent upon the ratings that they're able to pull from this season coming up. All right. Let's go ahead and play what Tisha had to say. Okay.
That's all that funny ass. Look, this is my long lost cousin. That's my daughter, because that's all they know. What Kimmy said? Kimmy said, more life and more blessings, right?
All right, you see them there. They're talking to. They're still in Michigan. They're COVID. What the hell Tisha got on? Child. All right, so they're promoting that. That's Juneteenth, child. They're trying to get some money out of that. We don't care about that. Don't care about that. But as you guys can see, they are still in Michigan. Okay, in Detroit. They're still in Detroit. Okay. But so that's what's happening. They the reason that they flew out to Detroit is to try to see if they could commingle the shows and film a little bit with Detroit to kind of help with their ratings, and also to try to help with Love and Marriage Huntsville ratings, because it's kind of like they're shooting in the dark to see what they can do. Tisha and Marcel, they're grabbing at straws to try to see what they can do to get a storyline going. In terms of, I told you their storyline this season is going to be them going to therapy to talk about their marital issues. They're going to be talking more about their business stuff and them building something that they said they would not do in previous seasons. I remember that Tisha and Marcel said that they would not talk about their businesses on the show, which I'm like, it's supposed to be about Black excellence. Why would you not share that? So now that Melody is gone, of course, they can't talk about her per legal ramifications. She doesn't want to be mentioned, none of that. But so now they're going to have to figure out on their own how they're going to carry this show. So now they're using Love and Marriage Detroit and their castmates in order to help push the ratings for this show, because this season depends on if they're going to have another season. So that's some news for y'all ass. All right, let's move on, honey, because we got this last and final topic for you guys. Let me get back to my main screen. All right, because I had to take notes on this. Let me pull this up. Hold on. What y'all think about that? You heard it right here on my show. So if they don't do well on this season, there will not be another season. There will not be. Carlos is scrambling. He's scrambling. He is scrambling. All right. Let's get this up. All right. So happy birthday. Happy birthday to little Law. Okay. Happy birthday to Law. Y'all know Law is Destiny from Love and Marriage Huntsville and LeBeric's son. All right. Destiny made a post. It says, my sunshine is 5 today. Said, I can't believe I have a whole 5-year-old so full of light, laughter, and love. Watching you grow has been the greatest joy and gift of my life. It says that you're my heart, walking outside of my body. Happy birthday, big boy. Mommy loves you beyond words. King Law. All right. You guys see she put a birthday of June 18th. Okay. Which was yesterday. So happy belated birthday to him. That's a baby picture of him and where he is now. He's so cute in a suit, right? So that is he and Destiny's son, LeBeric. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into some news. Of course, like I say, happy 5th birthday to him. So initially, what was supposed to happen is that when Lamh turned 5 years old, that he was supposed to go with his father full time. But from what I'm told, the courts have decided to keep the custody where it is, to where he and Destiny will continue to share custody of Lamh, which is their son. Okay, so he will not go with his father full time. They will continue to share custody of Lamh. All right. Now, as you guys also know, Destiny, Lamh, let's talk about, as you guys know, Destiny's son, Destiny LeBeric's son Lamh, is set to be going to kindergarten. Okay, he's set to go to kindergarten this year, this August to be exact. All right, he's already been signed up for and registered by his father, which is LeBeric, to go to kindergarten. Now check this out. LeBeric has been granted legal decision over the courts, okay, making Lamh, hold on. LeBeric has been granted legal decision, okay, over making Lamh's education in all of his extracurricular activities like sports and all of that. So he is in charge of that decision over Destiny, okay? And that is according to a motion that was filed in their divorce hearing. So that's in their divorce paperwork, that LeBeric will be make the final decisions as related to Lamh's education and any extracurricular activities that he may be into. Okay, Destiny has gone and filed a motion with the courts, you guys, to have that stopped and or reversed in terms of that decision, because she does not want him to have that type of, I guess, pull authority power over their son. So anytime that he gets a one up on her in court, she goes and file another motion. I don't know why she is being this difficult. That is his father. You would think that he wants the best for him. LeBeric is in a more stable financial situation as it relates to their son. So I'm not sure why anytime he wants to do something positive as related to the son, Destiny goes and files another motion to be difficult. They're trying to also co-parent amicably, and I'm hearing that that situation is still a pull back and forth as well. Okay, to where now people have to record anytime they're in the presence of each other, because Destiny will say something happened that did not happen. So they're having to cover their backs as related to that. Okay. But it says that the court has decided to uphold the decision that LeBeric will be making the final decisions in Lamh's education and extracurricular activities. Okay, and that was upheld by Judge Hall. Okay, just in case somebody say, "Oh, you're making that up," how I know the judge name. Okay, Judge Hall is the judge who passed that down in order of the decision for LeBeric to make that for their son. Okay, now the school that Lamh will be attending is going to be very close to where LeBeric lives, so he can also like pick him up and be there to make sure that Lamh is okay in school. Like I said, LeBeric has already enrolled him in kindergarten coming up for August. Okay, now Destiny also filed mediation with her attorney to stop this decision to where Lamh, where he'll be going to school, and like I said, for LeBeric to have that type of decision for their son. But LeBeric is standing firm on the fact that he is going to be over the education and sports and curricular activities of their son. So the judge is upholding that. Destiny is upset about that. So every order that she has filed against LeBeric, LeBeric's pretty much gotten what he's asked for in court. Okay. But all of this was set in their divorce decree, and the judge has upheld that. So as of November of 2025, you know that they are set to go back to court in relation to the $18,000 that Destiny, $18,000 to $20,000 that Destiny is set to pay him. The last court date that they had was in March, to where the two of them were supposed to appear. LeBeric was there. Destiny did not show up in court. Her attorney had to speak up for her. Destiny asked for it to be continued, but coincidentally, she found herself to be in Atlanta on the same day that she was supposed to be in court. Okay, crazy to post pictures when you ask for your court date to be extended. So she did not show up to their last court date, and she asked for it to again be extended. This is the second extension that she's requested about this $18,000 to $20,000 that she owes LeBerick, and this is for back pay for their medical expenses, et cetera, for their son, in terms of also back payment for mortgage payments that she did not pay when she lived in the house and was said to be squatting when LeBerick was making those payments, when he told her he will pay the mortgage payments for 1 year, and after that she is to refinance the house into her name. She wasn't able to do that because of credit issues, so she continued to stay there and not pay, and he had to pay it because he took out a loan through the military from where he used to be in. He's retired military, okay? He also works for a Fortune 500 company, Boeing, which he was not going to mess up his credit and everything else. You guys also know they were in court from alleged Destiny had filed or signed off on some type of paperwork with his name on it, where he had to go through the courts to have that lifted as well. But they are set to be back in court again November of this year about that situation as well. What do you guys think about that? That is the update on that situation between LeBerick and Destiny, okay? And again, happy belated birthday to their son, Lamh. That sounds like Martell on it. Every time they get close to court date, they want to have it continue. She ain't got the money. She does not have the money. I don't think she's going to have it when they go back in November. LeBerick is asking for jail time if she does not pay said money. So we're going to see how that pans out as I get updates. So will you guys as well. That is our show for today, okay? That is our show. Let's go ahead and take that down. All right. You guys can go ahead and put in the chat what y'all think about the topics we talked about, because I pulled up a bunch. I'm tired. All right. Shout out to Bell Wilson, KBR, Tyra, Scorpion Miss. Thank you so much, Rose Armstead, True TV Podcast. Y'all for modding for me. Y'all did an awesome job. Okay. Thank you also to I think I saw Purple Unicorn in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to Sunny Day. Shout out to Schoolboy, if you were here, thank you for being here. Messy Hills, ATL, Boss Lady Brand, Girlfriend Chronicles, Love Seen Heard. Do we have any other content creators that stopped by that I did not acknowledge? Please, mods, let me know before we get out of here, okay? Please let me know before we go. Of course, my Caramelians, y'all know I love y'all down. Thanks for the support as well, okay? Thank you. Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get this. Hold on now. Hold on. Let me get this up. All right. Okay. Also, for those of you, if you can go over and subscribe to my other channel, that is the link. That's the link for that, okay? To my Really channel. Please go over to subscribe. Please go over and subscribe to that channel for me, guys. I'm going to try to build that channel up. It's just kind of sitting stagnant, so I got to do something with it. So I'm going to try to get some content over there as well. So, guys, please go over and subscribe to that channel if you've not. That is the link right there, okay? I see you, Purple Unicorn. Thanks for being here. Nobody else. We don't have nobody else. Let's get on out of here. I don't want to hold you guys no more because it is a holiday, so you guys can go and kick it with your family and do the things that you want to do. All right. So if nothing else, honey, please like the video, share the video, subscribe, and all of those good things. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come on over to the Camera Rail Show and subscribe as well. Love you guys down. See you guys later. Bye.
When you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change.